Every one of us has had a unique personal experience. Some are sad, funny, embarrassing, or even serious. My own personal experience was very traumatic and life-changing. I can still remember it as if it were yesterday. My mother and I were on our way into town, and it was the normal Saturday just like any other Saturday. We were driving in the left-hand lane going about 70 miles an hour, and a woman we thought was waiting for the traffic to clear, sitting in our crossover, darted out in front of our vehicle. We hit her going 70 miles an hour, dead on. It was a major wreck. We totaled both of our vehicles, and I sustained minor injuries, just broken wrists, while my mother sustained several major injuries, several slip discs in her neck. Throughout this speech, you're going to learn about the major driving distractions, you're going to learn how you should stay focused, and you're going to learn about why it's important to pay attention while driving. The number one driving distraction these days is the use of the cell phone. People use their cell phones these days for everything, to access the web, to text message, to a simple conversation, even for a GPS, to map where they're going to go. When a person is talking or texting on a cell phone, they have the reaction time compared to the same reaction time of a disabled person. That's a fact. Eating is another major distraction these days while driving. It's never safe to eat while you're driving because you don't have both hands on the steering wheel and your focus is on eating instead of, driving and your surroundings. Another reason is a choking hazard. If you're eating, you hit a bump, and you start choking, you don't have a passenger next to you, you're going to choke to death. It's so simple. You pull over, you get out, and you start doing this because you're choking. No one's going to stop and save you. You're going to choke to death and die. The next one is fatigue. Most people don't think it's a big deal, but there are several wrecks caused because people fall asleep at the wheel. Another reason is because your subconscious takes over when you're tired. It's just a natural function that your body does. When you're in a subconscious state, it takes more of a commotion for that person to be awakened by the whatever was caused the distraction in the road, for them to react to it, and then, just stop their vehicle. So fatigue is a major reason for distractions these days. I found this information at www.edmunds.com/advice. You know the distractions now, so what are some tips to stay focused? I'll tell you. If you have to use your cell phone, pull over and park or stop at a convenience store. Talking on the cell phone is not worth your life or someone else's. Next, if you're on a long road trip, try some audio or verbal stimulation. Say you turn on a talk show on your radio. That will help you keep your mind focused. That way you're more alert for the road. Another thing you could try doing is getting a book that's recorded onto a tape and playing that. You'll actually be more focused on the road and you won't even know it. Any kind of audio or verbal stimulation that doesn't involve you communicating back is a great stimulation while driving. The next thing you can do is eat before you drive. If you eat, you'll have a full stomach and you will not be tempted to stop off the side of the road and pick something up to eat. Also, if you don't eat, you're gonna be into a slower stage of mind, and you'll be more able to go into a subconscious state of fatigue, and that's not good. Get a good night's sleep before you drive. If you have to go somewhere early in the morning, go to sleep earlier. If you wake up and you're not able to drive, get someone else to drive for you. Also, try eating a peppermint. Peppermints stimulate the brain and get blood flowing throughout your body. Teachers and professors give their students peppermints before tests because it stimulates the brain. I found this information at www.associatedcontent.com/how to stay alert while driving. Why should you pay attention when driving? 3 reasons. You're going to avoid wrecks, you're going to save money on your car insurance, believe it or not, and you're going to save lives. In the U.S., average 114 people die each day due to car crashes. 14,000 people a year die because of car crashes. So if you cut down on these distractions, you'll save lives. That's as simple as you can put it. I found this information at www.justice.com/death statistics. Here I have my diagram of how me and my mother got hit on the highway. We were in the left-hand lane, and here's the woman. She pulled out in front of our vehicle. We hit her dead on, and we ended up in the ditch. So in conclusion, we learned the top distractions while driving, we learned how to stay focused while driving, and we learned why we should pay attention when driving. Thankfully, my personal experience wasn't fatal, and I hope that my personal experience taught you a life lesson and the proper ways of driving. Thank you.